Welcome to the Saints Sports Corner. We got a great show for today. We're going to be talking about how Tyler Shough can solidify himself as the Saints' future QB against the Bucs. We also going to be talking about how the Saints are going to have trouble running the ball this week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We also going to be talking about how the defense can continue to be feisty and improve under Brandon Staley. And we got a lot more of that on the Saints Sports Corner.
Yeah. Who that? Who that? Who that said they gon' beat them Saints? A win is a win by a mile or an inch. It's any given Sunday when we battling in the trenches. Who that? We that? Who that? We that? Die hard even after an L. Still reppin' in my section, yelling outside the dome, going home. Who that? We that? Black and gold soul, that's my song. Who that? We that? Who that? We that? Touchdown Saints, putting points on the board is how my squad steady winning. Sacks on D, turnovers, wow, don't even think about. Coming back, it's already late in the fourth now. We that, who that, we that, who that, who that, who that. 4,000-yard QB, 1,000-yard rusher, 1,200-yard receiver, straight pressure. Lockdown corner, throw that ball if you want it. TFL's in the backfield, boy, we on you. Black and gold, so that's what I'm all about. Forget about the division, the Saints run the South. Who that, we that. Who that? We that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that?
Thank you guys for watching the Saints Sports Corner, man. You already know what it is. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, man. And as always, man, let's just dive right in. Tyler Shough faces a stingy defense in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he's going to be going against some guys who's very feisty, some guys who are optimistic, who can turn that ball over, and he has to be ready. He cannot have the slow start he had against Miami. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers actually have a quarterback, a competent quarterback that can score points, a competent quarterback that's feisty, a competent quarterback that's going to sling it. He's not going to give up. He's going to elude the pocket. He's going to throw darts in Baker Mayfield. So the Saints have to be ready, and Tyler Shough had to be ready for a shootout. I want to see how Tyler Shough handled adversity when it comes to being against a quality quarterback and going blow for blow with him. I also want to see if he can actually attack this defense, being that they're one of the bottom of the league defenses in the league. The only thing they're really good is on the run and forcing turnovers. So Tyler Shough should have a field day. If he's the quarterback you guys think he is, he should carve this defense up. No excuses. I also want to see if Tyler Shough will be able to get to an early lead, have a team down 14 points. I also want to see if Kellen Moore can scheme that up and get open and drive touchdown. I want to see if these guys can put a game together to have Saints fans hoping that they're the future of this New Orleans Saints team, because the coach right now doesn't look like the future head coach. He looks like the current head coach that's a holdover for the future head coach. I can be wrong, but at the same time, I'm hoping that Kellen Moore can put this thing together. Now, Devin Neal had a solid game. It wasn't a great game, but he had a solid game. It's going to be very, very, very imperative, very imperative that he sticks to the run again this week, because, man, let me tell you something. Tampa is coming. It's a divisional game. They got the tape out. It's not going to be hard to fool them. So you better come with your A game. But on the flip side, the Saints also know them too, having faced them. In divisional games, it's harder to call those games. You never know. They always wild cards. Panthers was rolling, and guess what? The Saints beat them. Expect the same thing. We know these guys. You know the players. These guys you see a lot. You're familiar with. So it's going to be an absolute slugfest. So I think it's going to be a shootout. My thing is, can Kellen Moore calling offense that can keep up in a shootout. I don't care if they win a game, but can he call an offense that at least be like, all right, I see where they're trying to go. All right, you know what? They scored 30 points this game. I see improvement. You know what? Tyler Shough from start to finish balled out. I'm not looking for perfection, but can we see growth? Everybody's raving about you're crazy if you criticize Tyler Shough. Everybody's raving about you're crazy because Tyler Shough. We don't know nothing about Tyler Shough other than the fact that he's playing okay. Whether you like it or not, he's doing some things. You can understand why they took him in the second round. He has some traits. But other than that, him and Kellen Moore still need to show that he's the right guy for the system. He's also a guy that can put up points. He showed some moxie late, against Miami, but I'm still of the mindset that the only reason it was in the game to begin with, because Tua is not a good quarterback anymore. If Tua was a competent quarterback, the Saints wouldn't have even been close to getting back in that game. So at the end of the day, he made some throws. You got to give credit where credit is due. He did what he was supposed to do. He brought them back. He showed moxie. Teammates could have helped him out. Chris Olave dropping the ball. But at the same time, you still have to get wins. There's no excuses. And I know it's not all on him. Just like it wasn't all on Rattler. At the same time, he has to win games. The organization don't care about if he's good. He could throw 250 yards and 2 touchdowns and a pick. They don't care. Can he command the team? And can he do things that's abnormal? Can he make everybody rise above and actually take a lesser team, the same way Drew Brees did, not saying that he's Drew Brees, and elevate players whose talents are not upper echelon? That's what we want to see. Now, he got some production finally out of Vele. We got some production. We've been getting consistent production out of Jawan Johnson the last few weeks. But like I said, for some reason, Jawan Johnson, when it's end of November and December, he starts coming on. I don't know what it is about Jawan Johnson, but he starts coming on at the end of the year. So we're seeing consistent production. The running game hasn't been consistent. The offensive line hasn't been consistent. But even with those inconsistencies, Tyler Shough has made play after play after play. He's showing you some things. He showed you some escapability. He also showed that he's a tough sack. He also showed that he'll stand in the pocket and throw that thing. Something I was worried about during the pre-draft process. He showed that he's growing. He's not as worried about getting injured. And that's a good sign, because that means that the injury is behind him. That means that he's not so much worried about injuries. He's just trying to play the best football possible. And that's what we want for Tyler Shough. And I think if he goes out there and he can stay, 2 ways I think he can solidify himself. Go out there and win the game. Go toe for toe with Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Carve up a defense that is susceptible to the pass. Or go blow for blow at Baker Mayfield in a loss. Like, keep your team in it. Put up 28 plus points. And the same can be said about Kellen Moore. No excuses. No matter what the circumstances are. No matter if you're on the road. Go out there and show everybody that this is your team. I haven't seen that moment from him yet. I've seen flashes, but I haven't seen the moment where he said, you know what, guys? It's on me. Let's go get it. I'm waiting for that. Some could argue that happened last week and Chris Olave dropped the ball. But everybody has to finish. Point blank, period. No excuses. It's a team effort. Yes, he can't throw himself the ball. But at the end of the day, there's plays that can be made earlier so that you don't have to play comeback in the first place. And I know it's not on him, because I know Kellen Moore has not been an adequate play caller. He ranks at the bottom in every statistical category when it comes on offense. So Tyler Shough is really at the mercy of Kellen Moore. But at the end of the day, they both have to prove it, and they both have to show us some results. Nobody's looking for perfection, just consistency and steady growth. And I think Tyler Shough will be okay. All right. Now let's move on. Obviously, this defense has its moments. It's been the better unit all year. It's been up and down. They're not great. They don't have great players. They don't have any Pro Bowlers outside of Demario Davis and Cam Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have no guys that's out there that's just balling like that, and Cam Jordan is having a resurgence. He's looking younger. Shout out to Cam Jordan, and it's important that we understand that Brandon Staley, once again, is a really good defensive coordinator. I see why he became a head coach. He understands what he's trying to get done. He understands what he's trying to do to an offense. And for the most part, it's working. Now, he may break from time to time, but that's just a talent deficient team on that side of the ball. So we can't really blame him for that. He has the least question marks when it comes to his defensive play calling. And I respect that. Brandon Staley is going to be a really nice defensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints. And I look forward to seeing when he get his pass rushers, his corners, his safeties, his linebackers, and put them in place and how this defense is really going to look. I'm very excited about that because I think Brandon Staley is a really good defensive coordinator. I see why the Rams, he was like top 2 in every statistical defensive category when he was with the Rams. I see why they was one of the number 1 overall defenses because Brandon Staley is that dude. I respect Brandon Staley, and he makes no excuses. He's going to find a way to get to your quarterback. He's going to find a way to get some turnovers, and he's going to hold everybody accountable. I respect that. Shout out to Brandon Staley, man. We need some more of that, man. That's a bright spot we can look forward to because we know this guy's going to coach up his guys, and this guy's going to send them out there and play, and they play hard for him, man. They play hard, man. That defense be coming. Yes, they give up yards. Yes, they terrible against the run. But, man, they played their butts off for Brandon Staley. So, shout out to the defense. Hopefully the defense could harass Baker Mayfield. Hopefully the defense could shut him down. But it's kind of hard to shut Baker down, man. He's like Houdini out there, man. Baker gets his no matter what, man. But hopefully we can rattle him. It's a division game. We know he like to escape. We know he like to scramble and play tough. You know he got some moxie. He hates the Saints. So hopefully Baker Mayfield, man, we get under his skin, man. I'm looking for a win against Baker, man. Baker be talking some cash money-ish, man. He really do. And it's not nothing bad. I just respect this game, man. So shout out to Baker Mayfield. But hopefully today, man, I hope he go 0 for 30 and negative 300 yards. I know that ain't possible, but I hope that's the stat line. I hope Cam Jordan them harass him all day. All 4 quarters. From the time the game starts to it end. But I think we're going to be all right on defense. I think outside of that run, man, but they got some good running backs, man. They got some solid running backs that give us fits for some reason. I don't know what it is about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers running backs, but they seem to always give us fits. So hopefully you can clog that middle, man. Don't let them get them extra yards, man. Everybody put a hat on a hat and hit them. And I think we're going to be fine. I think we can come out this thing with a dub, but I think we're going to lose. I'm going to give you my prediction. I think it's going to be a shootout. I'm going to go 30-20. That's going to be my guy. I'm going to Tampa Bay Buccaneers 30-20. Hopefully Kellen Moore can put 30 points up. I don't know if 30 points is going to win the game. I think it'd be more like 27. But I'm going to just say 30-20 is the thing. I want to see if Tyler Shough going to grow. Interested to see how they're going to use Devin Neal this week, being that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are tough on the run. Maybe they get them into some screens. Maybe they get them into some wheel routes. Who knows? We'll see. But I think most importantly, they'll be all right. Looking to see if Tyler Shough can play on schedule. Looking to see if Kellen Moore can keep him on schedule. Looking to see if Kellen Moore can script a 15 that'll get you an opening touchdown. It's a lot of things we're trying to find out about this team, man, that we can have some glimmer of hope when it comes to the New Orleans Saints. And I understand the frustration. I understand the pick watch. And I understand all of the things that's going on with the Saints fans, the Rattlers. I understand all of that. But all of that really, when it comes down to being truthful about your team, mean your team sucks. When the team's going back and forward about which quarterback, about the coach, about players being not talented enough. All of that screams that you are a bad team, and we're clearly all a bad team. So until we get some consistency, until we get somebody to take this team, coach, players, and quarterback, we're going to be like that for the longest, man. The division is only because there's no certainty, and when there's no certainty, that usually means there's no consistency. So it is what it is. Yet, At the same time, we need to see. I'm interested to see if Vele gonna have a bigger game. Let's see if he can have a bigger. Let's see if he can build off that, and show that look he belong here. That 4th round pick was worth it. Still remain to be seen. Yet, but at the same time, man, look, let's just go out there. Let's continue to evaluate these young players. Let's not get in over our head thinking the Saints about to do something special. Let's just hope they improve. That's the word of the day. Improve, improve, improve. Do better than you did last week. That's all we really can hope for when it comes to the New Orleans Saints. But the person that needs to improve the most is the coach, the head coach, Kellen Moore. He needs to scheme this thing. I want to see some flashy plays. I want to see something I never seen before. I got to see something from Kellen Moore, man, because I'm so down on Kellen Moore, man. I feel like I'm in a swamp somewhere. Like, I need to see more from him. Energy, something. Give me something, Kellen. Something. Some kind of lifeline that's going to be like I'm him. I can coach. I can scheme this thing up. Something. But other than that, man, I'm not going to hold y'all, man. I think, I don't know, man. I'm worried, man, because I feel like they just middling. They constantly in the middle, man. I'm looking for a breakout game from somebody, man. Somebody do something. And maybe by me calling, they'll do something, man. Maybe somebody will show some type of flash on offense. Somebody will give me a 150-yard rushing game from a Devin Neal. Something out of the ordinary. Somebody show me something to get me excited. Give me something to talk about. Other than negativity all the time, man. Other than somebody not doing something. I want to see somebody just break out on offense. But other than that, man, I don't got nothing else for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy, man. I appreciate y'all commenting. I appreciate y'all liking and subscribing. Continue to like and subscribe, man. And we're going to have more of this, man. We're going to talk about the game after it's over. But as always, thank you for watching the Saints Sports Corner.